And there's something about the story of Jesus that is so beautiful, the theology of the story of Jesus, because in Jesus we don't find God as some like being out there in space or in the clouds, or the old white guy with the beard or something, kind of looking down at humanity, just watching us in our suffering. But instead we find a God who is found, he takes on our skin. He's found among us. It is in this God that we live and move and have our being. And it is this God, he often in Jesus we find relates, in fact, the most. It is perhaps most present in some ways with those on the underside of power, with those who are suffering, with the sick and the weak and the poor. And it is there that God lives, and it is in the darkness that God hovers, and because it is there that he can speak, "Let there be light." And some of you have experienced this, like in the darkest of circumstances. Somehow, that love, that life, that hope that you found, even in those dark places, we believe that is God. And this is a God that's capable of taking the ugliest things in the world and creating something beautiful out of them. A God who breathes life into dust. And so our hope tonight is that as we've sung through some of these songs, and maybe you felt some of that breath, that love, that life, that hope come into your chest. We believe that is God, and we hope that you would receive that and breathe that in, because we think that many of us in here have experienced that changes us. It softens our heart, it makes us new, and then our hope is that you wouldn't just keep it there and breathe it in and just as where it stays, but that you would go back out into your world and breathe out that life. That you would go back into your schools and your jobs and your families, and that you would breathe that life back into the world. That's what God does. We become his breath. And so we just hope that you can find ways to do that. In fact, as a band, we're associated with an organization called World Vision that has been doing amazing things. They've been joining God and making beautiful things in the world for like 60 years. We actually didn't have like the Canada contracts and stuff that a lot of times we